of everything for us back in the KLKC studios. A couple of games in the books already. I don't know if we got a final on the opener, but in the second game, a couple of CNC schools went toe-to-toe. Riverton had a double-digit victory over Baxter Springs. It was a one-possession game in the fourth quarter, then Riverton pulled away late and won by double digits. Vikings coming in as the 6th seed in this 18 field. They have a record of 3-6, and Tony coming off probably the most impressive win of the season as they knocked off Independence and played pretty well.
Yeah. Both teams played well last week against Independence. The boys team had as much as a 15-point lead and then ended up winning by 7, but the boys played good, held Independence's big guy to 3 points, which was very impressive. But overall, their defense was just really good last Friday.
Yeah, I was able to watch the girls' contest. Didn't get to watch the guys, but yeah, I know the girls played. It seems like they always play well against Independence on the girls' side, and last Tuesday was no different. And here, the Lancer Classic, the boys open up against the host school, the Southeast Lancers. Girls start their tournament tomorrow, also at 7 p.m., going up against the Lady Red Devils out of Erie. And I don't think they do the national anthem before every game. I think they're just going to give the starting lineups.
Yeah, Jesse Jones had a really good game last Tuesday. 19 points. Dante Sawyer, again, solid with 14. Continues to play. I think he's been the most consistent player all year. I mean, he's good from the free throw line. I mean, he only missed one free throw, and he shot 9. So he's 8 for 9 from the free throw line. So he's a good shooter. So you don't want to foul him. And but I can't say enough about their defense last week, Scott. They were just very good on defense, and I think they just gave Independence a lot of trouble that I just don't think Independence was ready for. And I think Coach Out went in with a really good game plan to play good defense, and it made up for some of the height that we were lacking in that game, and definitely was a big game. And Jesse had quite a few steals in that game and some easy layups, to help him get to 19 points. But overall, it was a good team win. Jamarian Washington, I was talking to you off air before. He bodied up against Easton Ewing down low and held him to one basket, and that's pretty impressive. And he also had 6 points, and they were all in the second quarter, and so he played good as well. So I think this game here should be a game that, even though the Lancers are, I believe, the 3 seed and we're the 6, is that right?
Yep, as far as we know.
I mean, I feel like our record really doesn't show how good we are.
Yeah,
and I think that's been the case the last couple of years on the boys' side.
Yeah,
so I think
boys got off. Well, and the boys, they've been beat up for the most part. I don't know that they'll never be 100% healthy, because Landon Wheat, my understanding is he will not be 100% healthy with that leg injury at any point during the season. But if we can get him 85 to 90%, certainly better than nothing. Starting lineups. First for the Southeast Lancers, coached by Dan Wall. They go with John Turpin, Cade Burdett, Easton Wren, Tucker Jameson, and Landon Cole. For the Vikings, J.J. Kendrick, Trey Mack, Jesse Jones, Dante Sawyer, and Landon Wheat. And we are ready for first-round action here at the Lancer Classic. John Turpin going up against Landon Wheat, and opening tip won by the Vikings. And 1-3-1, it looks like, is going to be the defense that the Lancers open up with. Sawyer wants a 3, and it's no good. And Southeast came away with the rebound, and it's knocked out of bounds by J.J. Kendrick.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's the shot you want to take, a NBA size 3 to start the game.
He was wide open, but you're right, Tony. He was way outside. Vikings with a swarming defense, but a nice spin move and scoring off the glass. Easton Wren gives Southeast an early 2-0 lead, and then a steal. Here comes Wren back. Hesitation dribble, spin move again. Can't score. And battle for the loose ball. The Vikings have it, and then a foul committed on Southeast. Foul goes on Tucker Jamison, his first and the team's first. Just underway here at the Lancer Classic, 2-0. Southeast on top, 7:12 to go in quarter number 1. Trey Mack from the corner, can't get it to go. Rebounded by the Vikes. Sawyer to Jesse Jones from way outside. He's off the mark. That's exactly what Dan Wall was hoping for. Vikings to come out cold from the perimeter. Vikings do not get out on the shooter. His three-pointer goes down. Easton Wren has all 5 points for Southeast, and they lead it 5-0. Vikings need to work the ball around against the zone and not just settle for jump shots. Sawyer sit in the corner to Mack. And back out to Jesse. He'll try again from the right wing. He's off the mark and rebounded out by Turpin. Boy, and the Vikes slow to get back. Layup goes down. Easton Wren with 7 points. And it is 7-0 quickly. Southeast on top. We'll keep it right here, Tony. Not the start the Vikings were hoping for.
No, but, Dan Wall has been coaching for a long time, Scott.
Yeah.
And his teams are known to be pretty scrappy. I mean, his name's on the wall down there in Coffeyville for a reason. I think it's called Dan Wall Court.
I think so, yeah.
Coffeyville. So, I mean, you don't name a court after a guy for being a mediocre coach. So, so he knows a little bit about basketball, and I think these boys are going to be pretty scrappy and fight hard for him tonight. So, if we came in here thinking this is going to be an easy win, it's not going to be. I guess as Coach Houck may have said some of that right there, being down 7-0 real quick like that.
I'd like to see Landon Wheat get a touch. Well, the Lancers stay in this 1-3-1 zone. And a near steal. Wren has been all over the floor. Both sides, nice look, and putting it off the glass is J.J. Kendrick, and the Vikings finally on the board. Southeast up 7-2, 6 minutes to go in our opening quarter. Again, Easton Wren, all 7 points here in the early going for the Lancers. Vikings stay man-to-man, and Southeast nearly throws it away. Burdette with it, needs a little help. Lazy pass, nice job getting into the passing lane, laying it in at the other end is Trey Mack. The Vikings back-to-back baskets, now 7-4. Burdette being hounded, gets it out to Wren, who's been outstanding here in the opening minutes. Gets it to Landon Cole, double teamed. He's in a little bit of trouble, gets rid of it. Off the glass, shot no good, rebounded by Kendrick. Over to Mack, out to Wheat. Wheat goes baseline, kicks it in the corner to Sawyer. He fakes the three. Jesse goes baseline, out to Mack.
A lot of good ball movement.
Landon Wheat cut off in the paint, out to Sawyer. A three for the tie is good.
Wow, that's good ball movement there, Scott.
Yeah, they were much more patient on that trip and didn't just go down and launch a quick three. So we're tied at 7, 4:33 to go in our opening quarter. Like stay man-to-man, shot from the baseline, no good. Landon Wheat with the rebound. He brings it up himself. Landon Wheat all the way. That's got to be a block, and Landon Wheat's going to go to the line to shoot two. How nice is it, Tony, when your big guy can get a rebound and then just go coast to coast?
Yeah, definitely nice to see that.
That foul was on Burdette.
He can catch his breath and knock these down.
It gets the roll. So Landon gets his first point. And after falling behind 7-0, the Vikes have ran off 8 straight. Washington on the floor now for the Vikes.
Looks like Trey Tullis coming in for Wheat.
Wheat gets the second one to go. Sure enough, Landon heads to the bench. So 9-7, Vikes by 2. 4:20 to go in the opening quarter. Cade Burdett gets it to the front court for the Lancers. Vikes come out and do a little trap, and there's a steal. Jesse Jones. Nice dish to JJ. Boy, he got hacked pretty good. He'll go to the line for 2 more. Turpin's going to pick up the personal. His first and the team's third.
I really like the way JJ the last few games have been really going to the basket. He's been getting better at that.
And he knocks down free throw number 1. 6'1" junior now with 3 points. 10 unanswered for the Vikings after that quick 7-0 spurt by the Lancers. Second free throw by JJ, in and out, no good. That could have been over the back on Washington, no call. Clock at 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Vikings lead by 3. Bad pass, going to be run down by Burdett. And we've got a 5-second violation. Great defense by the Vikings. Coach Wall, I think, is wanting an explanation.
That was a pretty quick 5. I didn't even see him counting.
Tallis, Sawyer, Mack, Johnson, and Washington on the floor for the Vikes. Washington surrounded on the baseline, loses it out of bounds. It'll stay with Parsons. Mack out top to Sawyer. He'll launch the 3. Off the back iron, no good. Great hustle by Tallis. Trey Mack wants a 3. Short. And rebounded out by Wren. Here come the Lancers.
2 offensive rebounds and haven't got points off either one of them.
Guarded 3, no good. And Johnson has it for the Vikes. Comes Sawyer. Gets to the paint. Blocked. Oh, and then an easy one is missed. Missed opportunity there for the Vikes, and here come the Lancers with it. Definitely been a game of runs so far. Lancers got the first 7. The Vikings have scored the last 10. And lead by 3, 2:53 to go in our opening quarter. Jamison with it. Almost took steps.
Looked like he changed pivot foot.
Back out to Wren. It's guarded by Tallis. Good drive, kicks it out. Wide open 3 from the corner. No good, and rebounded out. Vikings looking to run. Sawyer up ahead. Blocked from behind.
Sawyer should have just taken that himself.
And we have a timeout called by Southeast with 2:23 to go in quarter number 1 with the score. Parsons 10, Southeast 7. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Viking basketball on V93.
At Labette Health, we've earned our place as a top 100 hospital in the nation for joint replacement. Serving a 6-county area since 1961, Labette Health has also earned national recognition as a respected regional medical center renowned for its comprehensive healthcare services and commitment to high-quality patient care. With over 80 physicians and providers throughout Southeast Kansas, Labette Health is 100% devoted to medical excellence. For more information or to find a provider near you, call 620-421-4881 or visit labettehealth.com.
And we're back live at the Lancer Classic at Southeast High School. Tonight's broadcast being powered by Labette Health in Parsons. It's the Vikings leading Southeast 10-7. Southeast raced out to a 7-0 lead. All 7 points scored by Easton Wren. The Vikings have countered with the last 10, but Tony, we've kind of been stuck on that score for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, we've gotten 3 offensive rebounds, Scott, 0 points off of them. I mean, that's one of them was like a point blank. Should have been an easy basket that just didn't go.
Vikings in a man-to-man. And a reach-in foul by Jesse Jones. Southeast will have to find a little bit of offensive firepower from somebody other than Easton Wren. Started by Jesse. Finds a teammate on the baseline. His little jump shot no good and knocked out by Southeast. Landon Cole, the last player to touch it. See if the Vikings can get back on track on the offensive end. They lead at 10-7, minute 53 to go in our opening quarter. Vikes looking for their 4th win of the year, also looking for their first non-league victory of the season. Southeast stays in his zone. Vikes get it down to the big man, and he can't score. Washington's had some pretty good looks, just hasn't been able to get it to go. 3 at the other end, no good, and boy, tapped out by the Vikings. And Southeast will have a second crack at it. Wren over to Cole. He launches a 3. Off the mark, no good. Cold shooting continues here the last half of quarter number 1. Jesse all the way. His layup is good. Coast to coast. Jesse Jones gets his first basket, and the Vikes lead by 5, 12-7 as we approach the 1-minute mark of our opening quarter. Wren almost took steps. Needs help. Bad pass. Vikes should have had it. Missed opportunity by the Vikes right there. Burdette over to Hallam, who's checked in the Lancer lineup. Quite a bit of hand checking out there by Jesse Jones. Official lets it go. Wren goes baseline. His floater is good. It's been the Easton Wren show in the first quarter. For Southeast, he has all 9 points. Vikes still lead by 3. 25 seconds to go in our opening quarter. Coach Houck wants the Vikings to hold for the last shot. Jesse Jones dribbling out by half court. Now gives it off to Trey Mack. 8 seconds to go. Now to Washington. He gets into the paint. Shot no good. Landon Wheat gets it with 2 seconds. And the Vikes will not get a shot off. So good defense by the Lancers. And the end of the first quarter is here with your score. Parsons 12, Southeast 9. We're back in 1 minute. This is Viking basketball on V93.
At Labette Community College, we're passionate about medicine and compassionate about people. Our highly trained instructors provide innovative career-specific education in the field of diagnostic medical sonography. Do you already have an associate or bachelor's degree in healthcare? Earn an additional certification in sonography. LCC offers a 12-month completely online program with a clinical component. In as little as 1 year, specialize in OB, abdomen, or vascular. For more information, text pound SONO to 620-293-6671 today. Apply online at labette.edu.
Back live at Southeast High School, first round action of the Lancer Classic. Tony, Vikes had 5 guys in the scoring column. Lancer's only 1, and yet the Vikes only lead by 3, 12-9 as we get going in quarter number 2.
And we only had 1 turnover. That was pretty impressive. That's probably the best quarter we played.
Oh, his steal, Landon Wheat out ahead of the pack. Gets shoved in the back, and he dunks it. Landon Wheat with the steal and the dunk. And the Vikings with their biggest lead of the night at 14-9. Now is near steal. Southeast having a little bit of trouble with the Vikes' athleticism. Did they get Trey Mack? Trey Mack with the personal, his first. Easton Wren gets it into Jamison. Right back to Wren. 5-point lead for the Vikes, early second quarter. Jamison, nice backdoor cut. It's blocked by Wheat. And then a foul from behind. And Turpin will go to the line to shoot 2. J.J. Kendrick with the personal. Team fouls even 3 apiece. Turpin, the first of 2 free throws, is not even close. We'll have one more. Turpin takes his time, puts it up, and that one is good. He is the first Lancer to score tonight other than Easton Wren. 4-point lead for the Vikes at 14-10. Long pass out to Jesse Jones. Now Kendrick has it. Lancers still in the zone. They get it down to Landon Wheat. Over to Mack. Now out to Jones. Jesse gets a screen. Needs a little bit of help. Threw it away. It's a steal. Burdett with it. To Wren. Makes the 3. Nice drive. Jump shot no good. Rebounded by Jesse Jones. Up ahead to Kendrick. Lob play. Vikes couldn't convert. And then we have a traveling violation in the backcourt on the Lancers. 6.5 minutes to go in the first half. Vikings lead up 14-10. Tony, I feel like this is a game where the Vikings should at some point have a pretty big run. Yeah. On the inbound, they do the lob play to Landon Wheat. He scores off the glass, and he is fouled by Turpin, who picks up his second.
Yeah, I think as this game progresses, we should be able to get a fairly decent lead.
Wheat's free throw is good. Kind of thought Landon could easily have a 20-point night tonight, and he is already up to 7 here in the first half, and the Vikings have their biggest lead at 17-10, 6:28 to go in the first half. Vikes are going to go with a little bit of zone full court press here. Wren with it, and
it worked.
Pass read very well by Trey Mack. It's a turnover against the Lancers. Jesse Jones in the corner. Now he dribbles out top to Sawyer for 3. He hasn't been able to find the range yet. No good. Rebounded by Wren.
Yeah, he's been throwing them up from a little bit too deep.
Yep. There's a 3-pointer that goes down for Cade Burdett. He gets his first field goal. 17-13, Vikes by 4. Kendrick. Great cut by Landon Wheat. Reverse layup goes down. Landon Wheat offensively looks like he's on track to have his best night of the season. Already with 9 points. Lancers break the press. It's a 6-point lead for the Vikes. Burdett has it. He just hit that 3. Lancers last possession. Gets around one man. And a blocking foul. The Vikes were hoping for a offensive foul, but instead it's going to be foul number 2 on J.J. Kendrick.
Yeah, he leaned back just a little bit. I think if he would have stayed strong, it's tough to stand there and take that hit.
Burdett with 2 free throws. First one rolls in. He now has 4 points on the night. 19-14, Vikes by 5. 5:22 to go in the first half. Wyatt Scales is checked into the Lancer lineup. Second free throw is also good. So the Lancers hanging around. Again, they actually scored the first 7 points of our ball game. And the Vikes responded with the next 10 points. Jesse Jones lost it. It's a turnover. And the Lancers have it down just by 4. Nice drive. Layup goes down for Easton Wren. He is in double figures with 11. 19-17, and a bad pass. It's another steal, and Wren scores again. And a timeout called by Parsons. Nice little run by the Lancers. They put on that full court press, and Tony, it resulted in 2 quick baskets.
2 turnovers, easy baskets by Wren. He's a solid player.
Yeah, he has 11 points, or rather 13 points. So he leads all scorers. And, while the Vikes had balanced scoring in the first quarter, it's only been Landon Wheat to score here in the second quarter. He has all 7 points for the Vikes. And tied at 19. And typically the quicker team doesn't have problems when they get pressed like that, but I think the Vikes were caught a little off guard.
Yeah.
I don't even think they expected Southeast to put on a press.
Yeah, I think Sawyer definitely needs to get. I mean, he's open, but he's open from about 2.5, 3 foot behind the 3-point line. If he can get open, just a little bit closer, and the way they move the ball around, they should be able to get him some open looks.
Yeah, Vikes. Sawyer hit that 1-3 back in the first quarter. That's the only 3-pointer that's gone down for the Vikings. Meanwhile, Southeast has a 3-pointer from Wren and 1 from Burdett. Lancers 3 out of 4 from the free throw line. Vikes are 4 out of 5. 19-19, 4:59 to go in the first half. Southeast will stick with that full court press. Sawyer up ahead to Washington. The Vikes break it this time. Mack to Jones, back to Trey. Johnson, the big body. From 15, shot goes down. Little mid-range jump shot by Sawyer. 5'9" sophomore has 5, and the Vikes regain the lead at 21-19. Southeast breaks the Viking press. Wren for 3. Short. Rebounded by Trey Mack. Mack wants to go all the way to the basket. It's blocked. Offensive rebound, and putting it in is Jamarion Washington. He gets his first basket of the night. Vikes back up by 4, 23-19. About 4 minutes to go in the first half. Wren will pick and roll. Now they kick it out to Cole. He's open for 3. It's short and rebounded on the weak side. I think it's foul goes on the Lancers. Sure enough, Tucker Jamison with his second personal. Landon Wheat back into the Viking lineup. Trey Tullis off the bench. He will check in as well. Meanwhile, Turpin and Cole, or rather Hallman, Travis Hollum check in for the Lancers. Southeast sticks with the full court press. Parsons leading at 23-19, 3:57 to go in the first half. Vikes break the press. Like I said, Landon Wheat carried the ball. Turnover on Landon.
Well, we only had 1 turnover first quarter. We already got 4 here in the second quarter.
Wren with it for Southeast. Kicks it in the corner to Hollum. Wren cut off. Puts it up anyway. Can't score. Rebounded by Mack. Vikes looking to push the action. What a move by Jesse Jones. He's fouled.
Man, his ankle.
Yeah, it looked a little awkward, didn't it? That was a little scary.
Not what you want to see.
He's a little gimpy, but he's going to go to the line to shoot 2. Travis Hollum picked up the personal, his first, and the team's 6th. Jesse's free throw is good. He now has 3 points. Vikes have done a good job from the free throw line here in the first half. They lead by 5, 24-19. Second free throw also good. 6-point lead for the Vikes. Easton Wren up ahead to a teammate. Southeast will reset. Wren guarded by Jesse Jones. Hollum with it on the left wing, guarded by Tullis. Hollum wants the 3. It's going to be way off. It's an air ball. Jesse Jones, because that ankle's okay. He's going full Speed gets it to Sawyer, can't score, but there is Landon Wheat with the tip. Landon Wheat has 11 points here in the first half, and the Vikes lead at 27-19. 2:49 to go in the first half. Southeast almost throws it away.
Both offensive rebounds, Scott, this quarter have resulted in points.
Now a steal, the Vikes have it. Up ahead to Jesse Jones, can he save it? Oh my gosh, what a play by Jesse Jones. How did he do that?
He pushed it, he didn't even shoot it. He just slapped it with his hands and it went in.
We have a timeout on the floor with the Vikes leading at 29-19. It's just a 30-second variety, so we'll keep it here at the gym. So first double-digit lead for the Vikes, and Tony, it hasn't been easy. Southeast is with that quick 7-0 start, and then they came back from about a 6 or 7 point deficit, got it tied again.
Yeah, I want to say it was 17-10, and then they scored a couple, and then we got to 19, and then they tied it at 19, and now we're back on a 10-0 run. So, yeah, it's every time we've tried to pull away, they've came right back. They're fighting.
Again, unless somebody else gets hot, it's going to be hard for them to stay with the Vikes because Easton Wren has 13 of their 19. In fact, there's only been one other field goal scored, and that was the three-pointer by Cade Burdett. And then they've got another 3 points from the free throw line. But, yeah, Wren's going to need some help from his teammates if the Lancers are going to stay with the Vikes. Play has resumed. Vikes stay with that zone press. Here's a three-pointer from the corner. It's short. Landon Wheat runs it down. Up ahead to Sawyer. Lobs it up for Wheat, and he puts it in off the glass.
That was pretty.
Great pass, great finish by Landon Wheat. He has been dominant here in the second quarter. He has 5 field goals. 31-19, Vikes by 12, less than 2 minutes to go in the first half. Wren, cross-court pass. Three-pointer from the corner is off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Tallis to Landon Wheat. And back to Sawyer. Vikes by 12, minute 40 to go in quarter number 2. Jesse Jones to Landon Wheat. Tallis underneath, goes up, and he scores.
That was good. I like to see that from Trey Tallis.
Trey Tallis with his first basket. It's a 14-0 run by the Vikes, and we have a steal in the backcourt. Jesse Jones can't score. They've been partially blocked. Come the Lancers. Burdett. Nowhere to go. He was double-teamed. And now they throw it away. It's a steal for the Vikes. Landon Wheat to Jesse Jones. May have been bumped, but he missed the layup. Rebounded by the Lancers. Less than a minute to go in quarter number 2. Vikes leading at 33-19. Wren fouled by Sawyer. That will be his first. Just the 4th team foul. Scales and Jamison check into the lineup for the Lancers. Barkus, 5'8" sophomore, checks in for the Vikes, replacing Jesse Jones. Lancers need a basket. They've been stuck on 19 for a long time. Wren with it. Vikes go out and trap, and they've got the steal. Washington missed the layup. Vikes have missed the last 3 layups. Yeah. And it's taken by the Lancers.
Pretty physical down there, though.
Burdett with it. Over to Wren. 28 seconds to go in the half. Vikes lead by 14. Wren gets it over to Jamison. Now to Burdett out of half court with 15 seconds to go. Looks like Lancers more than content to hold for one. They find a man cutting to the basket, and he scores. Wyatt Scales gets his first 2. The Vikes have 5 seconds to work with. Mack for 3. Off the mark, no good, and then a shot goes down, but it is correctly waved off as the buzzer had already sounded, and halftime is here with your score. Parsons 33, Southeast 21. Let's take a 3-minute commercial break, and we'll come back and break down the first half. You're listening to Viking Basketball on V93.
Labette Community College is meeting the need for an increased demand in qualified radiographers. Our radiography students will train on the latest technology in a hospital simulation environment.
I wanted to be able to go into a career where I could help people. And if you're going to go into that field in this part of the four-state area, LCC is the only place to come.
Tuition is nearly half the cost of universities. Scholarship and financial aid available for those who qualify. Text radiography to 620-293-6671 for more information or visit labette.edu.
At Labette Health, we've earned our place as a top 100 hospital in the nation for joint replacement. Serving a 6-county area since 1961, Labette Health has also earned national recognition as a respected regional medical center renowned for its comprehensive healthcare services and commitment to high-quality patient care. With over 80 physicians and providers throughout Southeast Kansas, Labette Health is 100% devoted to medical excellence. For more information or to find a provider near you, call 620-421-4881 or visit labettehealth.com.
Point run of their own, and then we were tied at 19 about halfway through the second quarter, and then the Vikes went on a 14-0 run to go up 33-19, and then Lancers finally got a basket near the end of the first half. Vikes lead by 12, and Tony, I mentioned it a couple of times in the first half, Easton Wren leading the way with 13 points, but he's just going to need some help.
Yeah, he can't do it on his own.
As far as other scores for Southeast, Cade Burdett with 5, 2 for Wyatt Scales. John Turpin chipped in with 1 for the Vikes. A big first half for Landon Wheat. 6'4" junior has 13. Then 2 points for Washington, 3 points for Kendrick. Trey Mack with 2. Jesse Jones with 6. 5 points for Dante Sawyer. And Trey Tallis with 2 points. Again, the Vikes lead it 33-21. And Tony, I think if the Vikings just keep doing what they're doing, they should be fine. Despite the bad start they had, they could legitimately have a 15 to 20 point lead right now. They missed some easy ones
Yes.
In the second quarter. Probably they missed 3 consecutive layups, and part of that was, a little bit of, they got bumped a little bit. One may have been partially blocked. It was hard to tell.
They were very contended, and I noticed that it seemed like the first guy that was coming in on the person on the layup just kind of grazed him with the body, and there's always a second guy that comes by and then slaps the ball.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've noticed that, but I think it's happened maybe on all 3 of those, but it's like they have a second guy that's the one that's going after the ball. The first guy's going after just bodying him up and making him be off.
Right.
And I just don't think they're calling the foul. I mean, there was only 5 fouls by us and 6 by them. Neither team was in the bonus, and I mean, I think they're just letting them kind of play. In any other game, it seems like in the SEK, you'd already had probably 10, 12 free throws at halftime.
Yeah, I noticed when I got here, the previous game was quite a bit further along than I thought it would be. So I think you're probably right. I think they have
just kind of letting them play.
Been letting them play, and because this game was scheduled for a 7 o'clock tip, and we actually started a little bit before that. Right now, Erie High School, who is at College Heights.
Yep.
Out there warming up. The winner of our game will play the winner of College Heights and Erie on Thursday at 7. I believe it is in the semifinals. So
on the turnovers and rebounds, it was fairly even on the rebounds. We had more offensive. We had 5 total offensive rebounds in the half. They only had 2, but defensively we only had 2 more than them. But on the turnovers, we only had 1 in the first quarter, 4 in the second quarter, so 5 total, and they ended up with 9. So they had almost double the turnovers and just a few less offensive rebounds, a few less defensive rebounds, and that results in a 12-point lead normally, so that's probably about right.
We'll see what Coach Wall does in the second half, because he obviously doesn't want to play man-to-man against the Vikings, but eventually, if you stay down by double digits, you get to a point where you don't have a chance, especially once you get into the fourth quarter. So we'll just see how things play out. You mentioned not very many free throws shot, but both teams shot well from the free throw line. Vikes were 6 out of 7 for 86%, while Southeast was 3 out of 4 for 75%. But Vikings enjoying a 12-point lead at the break. We will take a 1-minute commercial timeout, and then it'll be just about time for second half action. When we return, you're listening to Viking Basketball on V93.
Bowen Pharmacy supports the Parsons Vikings here, and here, and here. It's our goal to keep you covered. At Bowen Pharmacy, we give no excuses for you not to make it to the game. And it's always a great day to be a Viking.
Day & Zimmerman, one of the largest privately owned companies in the U.S. with operations across the country and internationally. We are comprised of multiple brands that put people to work, protect our freedoms, and improve the world. The Parsons, Kansas location has manufactured munitions for over 50 years for our country's warfighters. Day & Zimmerman has immediate openings for production operators starting at $18.02 an hour on our weekend crew. Work a 12-hour day shift Friday, Saturday, and Sunday and receive 40 hours of pay. We also offer competitive benefits. Apply today.
Ready for second half action. Game right before this one, Riverton took down Baxter Springs, and I don't know, did we ever get a result on that?
No, I never did.
Tony, I never heard a result. It was Neodesha and
Columbus.
I'm gonna I'm just going to guess that Columbus was victorious in that one, but
Columbus's coach was sitting up here a few minutes ago watching our game, so my guess is Columbus probably won.
So here we go in quarter number 3. J.J. Kendrick with it. Jesse Jones wide open for a long 3, but he's off the mark. Vikings have not shot well from the perimeter. That's been the one area they have struggled tonight. Three-pointer at the other end is off the mark, no good. Southeast hasn't exactly been lighting it up either. Quickly at the other end, laying it in. Landon Wheat picks up right where he left off as he lays it in off the glass. He now leads all scorers with 17 points. 35-21, Vikes smash their biggest lead of the night. From the free throw line, shot goes down for John Turpin. Vikes break the press. Jesse Jones gets into his defender, can't score, and it's pulled out by Wren of Southeast. So it's a 12-point lead for the Vikes. Three-pointer by Wren, off the mark. Vikes with the rebound now. They've got 2-on-1. Jesse Jones goes up, and he scores. It already looks to me, Tony, like Southeast is a little tired.
Yeah.
I maybe expected that at the end of the third quarter. I didn't necessarily expect it coming right out of the locker room, but their legs look a little heavy to me. 14-point lead for the Vikes. A near steal. Sawyer almost had it. Well, the Vikes really getting after it defensively. They have Southeast a little rattled here. Wren with it out near half court, picked up by JJ. 14-point lead for the Vikes, 6:15 to go. Bad pass, the Vikes have the steal. Quickly up ahead to Landon Wheat. Great pass to Kendrick. He gets it to Washington. May have taken steps, I couldn't tell, no call. And the big man lays it in off the glass. 16-point lead for the Vikes, 6 minutes to go in quarter number 3. Wren being hounded. His floater will not go. Rebounded by Wheat. Quick outlet to Jesse Jones. Jesse gets out ahead of the pack. Couldn't get it to go with the left hand, and then it's knocked out of bounds by Southeast. Tony, the Vikes have done a lot of good things tonight. They have struggled from the three-point line, and at times they've struggled to finish at the rim. But they still enjoy that 16-point lead.
Yeah, there's been a couple already this half that they probably could have made.
Wow, Jesse Jones with fresh legs gets into the paint. His floater goes down. He's in double figures with 10, and all of a sudden the lead has ballooned to 18 for the Vikes, 41-23, 5:25 to go. Steal by Landon Wheat. And he dunks it again. Second dunk of the night for Landon Wheat. And he has 17 points, and it is a 20-point lead for the Vikes. So it looked like a clean steal by Jesse Jones. I think they got J.J. Kendrick, though. I'm not sure what J.J. did, but it takes away a steal and a layup. So Kendrick picks up his third personal. And we have a timeout on the floor called by Southeast. 5:15 to go in the third quarter. Parsons now leads 43-23. Let's take a 30-second break. You're listening to Viking Basketball on V93.
Labette Community College is meeting the need for an increased demand in qualified radiographers. Our radiography students will train on the latest technology in a hospital simulation environment.
I wanted to be able to go into a career where I could help people. And if you're going to go into that field in this part of the four-state area, LCC is the only place to come.
Tuition is nearly half the cost of universities. Scholarship and financial aid available for those who qualify. Text radiography to 620-293-6671 for more information or visit labette.edu.
(43-23) is your score. Vikes by 20. They've outscored Southeast 10-2 here in the third quarter. And Tony, I mean, there's a ton of time left. 5:15 to go in the third quarter. But I got to tell you, I just don't see enough offensive firepower coming out of the Lancers for them to come back from this kind of deficit. Wren to throw it in from the far sideline. Having a little bit of trouble. Gets it in. Jamison. Wren on the right wing, and do we have an illegal screen? Nope. We're going to get Tallis. Trey Tallis picks up the personal. Just his first. Easton Wren from the baseline. Gets it out top to Jamison. It's another steal and then a traveling violation. Nope, double dribble rather on Landon Wheat. Down to 5:04 to go in the third quarter. Vikes enjoying a 20-point lead. Again, this is first round action of the Lancer Classic at Southeast High School. From the free throw line, shot no good. And then knocked out of bounds, I believe, by Trey Mack. It'll stay with Southeast. And we've got a timeout called by Coach Hauk. 20-point lead for the Vikes. We'll take a 30-second break. You're listening to Viking Basketball on V93.
Bowen Pharmacy supports the Parsons Vikings here, and here, and here. It's our goal to keep you covered. At Bowen Pharmacy, we give no excuses for you not to make it to the game. And it's always a great day to be a Viking.
(45-23). Vikes by 22, 4.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. A near steal by Wheat. Vikes come away with it. They head to Jesse, lobs it up to Landon, and he scores off the glass. Landon Wheat having a huge night. He is up to 19 points. Give Jesse Jones another assist. Vikes continue with the press. And a silly pass and another easy steal for the Vikes. Jesse's layup, he missed another one. And that one was bothered by the taller Easton Wren, but I don't think I've ever seen Jesse miss that many layups.
No.
Wren at the free throw line. Gets it to Cole. 47-23, Vikes by 24. Like steps, sure enough. Landon Cole with traveling violation.
He knocked down the shot too. That's what was.
Then that kind of a third quarter here for the Lancers. See Washington, and it looks like Kendrick back on the floor for the Vikes. Lancers go with full court press. The Vikes break it. Trey Tallis gets his man in the air, and he can't score. But following it in is Jamarion Washington. He now has 6 points. And the Vikes have blown this one wide open here in the third quarter. They lead at 49-23, and then a touch foul. Did they get J.J. Kendrick?
Yep.
That'll be his fourth. So J.J., the only player in any foul trouble for either team. Jagger Quirin will check in. Vikes have 6 guys on the floor. Now J.J. heads to the bench. Lancers get it in. Jamison lobs it in.
Another steal.
Another steal. Tallis comes away with it. Sawyer with it. He almost lost it. Got it back somehow. They wave off his basket. The Vikes actually made the layup, but they wave it off. I think Jamison was the guilty party. His third. Team's first here in the second half. Vikes leading big, 49-23. Sawyer launches a three. It's good.
That's the one he needs right there, Scott.
Yep. His second three of the night. First one that he's hit since the first quarter. Vikes continue to press, and they have another steal. Sawyer lost it, gets it back. Sawyer into the paint. He scores. He's now in double figures with 10. Time Lancers break the press. Long three-pointer is no good. It goes over the backboard. And Tony, who would have thought it? I mean, we're probably looking at a running clock the entire fourth quarter. If this continues, this thing has ballooned to a 29-point lead for the Vikes. They only led by 12 at halftime.
31 now.
Or rather, 31-point lead.
After that last layup by Sawyer, it went to 31. He hit that three to make it 29. And man.
So Vikings have exploded here in the third quarter. Lancers go with the press of their own. The Vikes break it. And a blocked shot, but a foul. And Washington will go to the line to shoot two. 2:21 to go in quarter number 3. Vikes have outscored the Lancers 21-2 in the second half. Washington's free throw is good. Barkus back out on the floor for the Vikes, replacing Tullis. 55-23 is your score. Washington's second free throw is off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Wren of Southeast. Easton Wren just threw it away, went right off the fingertips, I believe, of Travis Hollum. And Lancers continue to go with the full court press to get it into Sawyer. Do the Vikes up ahead to Washington. Big man gets into the paint, and he scores and is fouled. Virtually everything has gone right for the Vikes here in the third quarter. 57-23.
That's a big third quarter. That's probably the biggest quarter they've had this year.
Wren picks up his first personal. 34-point lead for the Vikes. Free throw no good, but rebounded by Johnson. Gets it back to Washington. Now he gets his shot blocked. Queeran gets it back. Good look to Johnson, and he gets fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot two.
2 offensive rebounds leading to a couple free throws here.
Largent will check in for the Vikes after this first free throw. 57-23 Vikes, 2 minutes to go in quarter number 3. Johnson's free throw on the way is good. Keel and Largent into the lineup for the Vikes. Second free throw for Johnson is good. Vikes have scored 26 points here in the third quarter, and they've held the Lancers to 2. Three-pointer from the far side, no good. Nice offensive rebound, left hand, no good, rebounded by Johnson. Comes Joe Keel out of Barkus, and then he throws it away. Miscommunication.
Only second turnover this quarter for the Vikings.
Yeah, they have just been dominant here in the third period. 59-23 is your score. Looks like the Vikes will move on to the semifinals. Another steal. Barkus has it for the Vikes. Head to Queeran for 3. Got it. 6-foot freshman knocks it down from the far side.
He's got potential, Scott.
Yes, he does. And then a foul on the floor by the Vikes. But 62-23, a 39-point lead, minute 12 to go in the third quarter. Connor Barkus picked up his first personal. Wren has it. Pours Southeast. Finds guy cutting to the basket, but he lost it. Tons of turnovers here in the third quarter.
Double digits to be exact, Scott.
Goodness. Now the Vikes throw it away at the other end. Exactly 1 minute to play in the third quarter with your score. Parsons 62, Southeast 23.
Yeah, they've not been able to break our press. 10 turnovers in the third quarter.
Wren with it, tough shot, and he got it to go off the glass. He had an outstanding first half with 13 points, but that's his first basket here in the second half. Keel to Johnson. Looks like the Lancers have gone back to that 1-3-1 that they started the game with. Keel to Johnson. Johnson for three. It is good. Vikings have been on fire here in the third quarter. 32 points they've put on the board, and they lead at 65-25. From 15, no good. Rebounded by Johnson. Up ahead to Quirin. Quirin forcing the action, can't score. Largent almost had the offensive rebound, knocked out of bounds, and will stay with the Vikes.
1 second.
1.3, yep, for the Vikings to work with. Johnson to throw it in from the baseline. We'll have a running clock in the fourth quarter. Oh, knocked out of bounds. 0.4 seconds. Vikes just need to do some sort of lob play. They're going to have to do it kind of from the corner. Johnson throws it up, and they don't get the shot off. And that's the end of quarter. And what a quarter it was for the Vikes. They lead at 65-25. We'll be back with quarter number 4 in 1 minute. This is Viking basketball on V93.
My name is Bria, and I'm a pharmacist at Bowen Pharmacy. I'm here today to tell you about one of our patient programs, Meds to Beds. Bowen Pharmacy South is located in the medical office building at Labette Health. Our staff works closely with the doctors, nurses, and social care workers to ensure that your transition out of the hospital is an easier and more convenient experience for you and your loved ones. If you are having inpatient or outpatient surgery, we will get your medications directly from your doctor and deliver them right to your hospital bed. If you are having a baby, we will get your medications or anything else that you may need to get your family home without the hassle of making several stops along the way. Whether you're here for a few hours or a few days, we are here at Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South to help get you well without any interruption in transition of care. Just ask for Meds to Beds. At Bowen Pharmacy and Bowen Pharmacy South, we are here for you today and we are here for you tomorrow.
And we're back live at Southeast High School. Get going in quarter number 4. Again, it'll be a running clock here the final 8 minutes after the Vikes just went off in the third quarter. Little running floater is no good, rebounded by the Vikes. And they outscored Southeast 32-4 in the third quarter.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
Southeast in a half-court zone here. Vikes have Kendrick, Jones, Sawyer, Wheat, and Mack on the floor. Those are starting 5. I can't imagine they'll be out there for very long.
Yeah, we had no starters the last 2 minutes of that third quarter, and still were able to score.
Near steal, and it is a steal. Southeast has it. I think J.J. Kendrick's out. Tough night for J.J. Kendrick. Kendrick fouls out with 3 points. So there go the Lancers. Down by 40, 6.5 minutes to go in our game. Nice drive. They get Tallis, I believe. Nobody in the bonus yet. Lancers get it in. Guarded 3 is off the mark, no good. Been cold shooting the entire second half for the Lancers. 65-25, Vikes by 40, 6 minutes to go in the game. Again, running clock here in the fourth quarter. And then a silly turnover goes right through the hands of Trey Mack. And now here comes some subs for the Vikes. It's going to be Keel, Barkus, Johnson, Quirin, and Largent into the lineup. And we have a timeout on the floor called by Coach Wall of Southeast. And Tony, I've never been a coach. Well, what do you tell your team when you're down 40 in the fourth quarter?
Tell them to go out there and have fun. Try to outscore them the last 5 minutes and 35 seconds. That's what I would tell them. I mean, that's about all you can do. I've been there.
Yeah, I remember.
It's tough. I don't think I've ever been down 40.
Yeah, that's a huge deficit.
But
I do remember.
That's bad.
I think Parsons. It stretched over the second quarter and the third quarter, if I remember right. But I think they went on a 35-0 run against Erie a few years ago.
Wow.
And the third quarter was pretty close to that here tonight. So play has resumed. Jamison, good look underneath, and putting it out the glass is Turpin. He now has 5 points. Southeast with a little bit of pressure in the backcourt. 65-27 Vikes, 5:18 to go in the game. Quirin with it. He's just a freshman. Hands off to Barkus. Picks up his dribble. Now to Keel.
It looks like we got 2 freshmen and 3 sophomores.
Yeah, it's a young crew out there for the Vikes. Barkus backs it out. Picks up his dribble. Now over to Quirin. It's down to Johnson. Out to Keel. Thought about a 3. The Vikes being very patient with this huge lead. Keel thought about it. Now his pass is taken away. Ran at the other end. Spin move. Lost it. Got it back. And he scores and he's fouled. So Wren now with 17. Definitely the leading scorer for the Lancers. Foul was on Keel, his first. 65-29 is your score. Vikes on top. Wren looking for his 18th point. It's off the back iron, no good. But an offensive rebound, and the Lancers have it. Wren cut off on the baseline. Out top to Burdette. Wren got fouled. And still not in the bonus. And the good news is, Tony, no matter how many times they blow the whistle, that clock will keep running. Oh, I looked at the fouls wrong. That is team foul number 8, so it is 1-1 for the Lancers. Wren knocks it home. He now has 18 points. 65-30, Vikes on top. Clock on the move, 3:18 to go in our game. Wren's second free throw is also good. Barkus with it. Full court press here by the Lancers. Barkus cut off in the paint. I didn't see the travel, but they said he must have drug his pivot foot. Did you see it, Tony?
I didn't think he did, but when you're up by 34, and only 2:55 on a running clock, that's just too bad. He should have just shot a little floater. I mean, he had good position in the paint.
Yeah. Well, we have a timeout on the floor called by Coach Hauk. So Vikes lead 65-31. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Viking basketball on V93.
Day & Zimmerman, one of the largest privately owned companies in the U.S. with operations across the country and internationally. We are comprised of multiple brands that put people to work, protect our freedoms, and improve the world. The Parsons, Kansas location has manufactured munitions for over 50 years for our country's warfighters. Day & Zimmerman has immediate openings for production operators starting at $18.02 an hour on our weekend crew. Work a 12-hour day shift Friday, Saturday, and Sunday and receive 40 hours of pay. We also offer competitive benefits. Apply today.
Welcome back, everybody. 65-31 is your score. Vikes have dominated here in the second half. They led 12-9 at the end of the first quarter, led 33-21 at halftime, and then just went off in the third quarter. Led 65-25. And now they lead at 65-31. 2:45 to go in our ball game. Lancers with the ball. Jamison with it. Over to another Jamison. Good look underneath, and the shot goes down for Wyatt Scales. He now has 4 points. And they're going to let a sub come in for Southeast. Chase Windsor getting into the lineup. So with the Viking reserves on the floor, Southeast has outscored Parsons 8-0 here in the fourth quarter, but to say too little too late is an understatement. Keel from 17 knocks it down.
I'm going to say about 4 possessions, Scott. We just passed it around, wasted a lot of clock. Right. We didn't even take a shot.
67-33, Vikes by 34. 2 minutes to go in our game. That looks like a traveling violation, but they're going to call a foul instead. We have a bump on Quirin. So 1-and-1 coming for Colton Jamison, looking for his first point. Puts it up, and it's off the back iron, no good. Rebounded by Keel. Up ahead to Quirin. Boy, got around his man, can't score, gets it back. Kicks it out for a three-pointer. Keel couldn't get it to go. Largent with the offensive board, and he scores off the glass.
2 offensive boards there. That's good.
I think everybody that suited up for the Vikes tonight has scored.
Yeah, I think they can only bring 10, Scott, to this tournament.
Shot no good, and then a second try no good, but a couple of free throws coming for Wyatt Scales. Must be 11. They've got 11 guys in the scoring column, looks like. Free throw no good. Scales with one more. Got the second one to go. 35 seconds to go in our game. 69-34. Vikes up by 35. Quirin with it. Vikes will await the winner of Erie and College Heights, which is the nightcap. Johnson, lazy pass. Vikes very fortunate to still have possession, then now they throw it away. Clock on the move, 8 seconds to go. Don't know that the Lancers will, now they changed. They took a while there, and the time is going to expire. Lancers barely had time to get the ball inbounded. And this game is in the books. Final score, Parsons 69. Southeast 34. We'll take a 2-minute break. Be back with the Bowen Pharmacy postgame show. You're listening to Viking